You will not be able to stop watching once you start, especially if you're quarantined at home. Especially, or if you don't know what to watch because you're on lockdown and self-quarantining, I suggest you watch a bunch of Chinese shows because if you're not into them yet, what are you doing, you know? What are you doing with your life? So, as you may tell, I'm very interested in the Chinese culture and Chinese language, but even if you're not learning the Chinese language, you should still watch them because most of them are available on YouTube and are with English subtitles. Looking down so much because I have my notes in my laptop, so I had to kind of read some of them off, but if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Comment down below which of these shows you liked or which ones you're planning on watching, and subscribe. Starting with number 5, it's A Love So Beautiful. The story follows two teenagers, Qian Xiaoxi and Jiang Chen, and them basically growing up together. They've been together since kindergarten. Okay, this show displays many altercations between the characters as they deal with stress of everyday life. Jiang Cheng is very distant towards the lead female character since his father died when he was young, so he has his own issues going on. He feels that he has to hold up the perfect image throughout his life. So the story also includes a second main lead character who a lot of people are obsessed with. His name... Okay. His love interest in Chen Xiaoxi creates a love triangle that keeps the audience on the edge of their seat throughout the whole show, because he's such a great character, to be honest. Like, he's amazing. Okay. Number 4. I chose the show called Meteor Garden, and it is one of the best shows I've ever watched. You know why? Because it was one of the first Chinese shows I ever watched, and it was literally amazing because in my Chinese class or at my school, a lot of people are obsessed with the show, and no wonder why. Because it's one of the shows I've read through, like, a lot of comments, one of the shows that gets people into C-dramas. So if you actually like watching maybe Korean dramas and you're thinking about trying out C-dramas, start with this one, because this one will get you sucked into those C-dramas, okay? So even though the show might be slightly over dramatic and cringy at times, it's still extremely interesting to watch where you won't be able to stop. I'm telling you. It follows a group of guys called F4 or F4, where every one of them is good at something. They have their own talent. One day they happen to interact with the female character, Shan Sai. I love her, which is where the friendships and relationships begin. So yeah. I really hope you guys can watch that show because it's so amazing. It's literally so good. Okay. Number 3. This show is honestly, it's one of the best shows I've ever watched, but a lot of people put it at number 1, but I wouldn't, because it's just so long that I was like tired of it at some point. But if you have a lot of free time, I still finished it because it was so good. But if you have a lot of free time on your hand, which is a lot of people right now, I suggest you start this one. So it's called 10,000 Miles of Peach Blossoms or Eternal Love, or it has over 50 billion views. I'm telling you. This show is very long. I think it has about 58 episodes or something, but a lot of things happened throughout the show, so it feels really long as well. Okay. So this show was based on a novel by Tang Qi-gongzi. So yeah, it's very popular. The female lead of this show is one of my favorite actresses, Yang Mi. She's amazing. Her work is literally amazing, like, I'm telling you. Okay, number 2. This show made me cry so many times. If you're one of the people like me that bottles up their feelings and kind of sometimes has to watch like a sad movie or a sad show to actually like start crying and let their feelings out, let their stress out. If you're like that, please watch this show because this show is also insane. It's in second place because I cried over it. So here's a tiny spoiler. If you do not want to cry at the end, please do not watch this and skip to my first place show, but this one is crazy. The main character, Gong Soon Lee, or Dilraba Dilmurat. She's also one of the most famous Chinese actresses as well right now. She's a poor woman who already found the love of her life. Okay? But there was one little situation that happened where she ended up meeting the emperor, and he was like, yo, if you want to save the love of your life, you have to come to me and you have to become my concubine. Which is insane because why would he try to force, if he likes her, why would he try to force her to come to him? You know what I'm saying? So she had to sell herself to save the guy. And apparently in her situation it was the only way out of it, so she had to do it. Yeah, the emperor fell in love with her, but she didn't love him back. So this is the story about basically the love triangle again between the emperor, the concubine, and the guy the girl is in love with. The rest you have to watch because this story is also insane. So yeah. And number one, can we just take a second? The number one show is literally the only show I talk about when people ask me what they should watch because this show is just so amazing that I think everyone that starts getting into C-dramas has to watch it. If you watch the newbie shows, please comment down below because I really want to know. And if you have really good recommendations for me or for other people, please comment down below. But anyways, this is such a good show. I've been stressing over this for months, and it's literally a piece of art. I'm telling you. The way they filmed it is so beautiful, and it's so, like, aesthetic. I don't know. You have to watch it. It's called The Legend of Fu Yao. If you aim for watching shows with strong female leads, this one is exactly for you because, it starts out with a young girl about my age, right? And she develops her character over the years, and she becomes this bad girl that becomes a leader. She becomes her own person. Her character development throughout the show is just amazing. I'm telling you. You will not be able to stop watching once you start, especially if you're quarantined at home. Okay, it starts out with a teenage poor girl who wants to fight and actually do something with her life. She's very ambitious, but she doesn't know what to do yet. She meets this guy, blah blah blah, and over time becomes a strong character. I've been saying, I strongly suggest for you to watch this masterpiece. This shows that I've watched that I kind of liked, but they couldn't fit into my top 5. They would fit into my top 10, but they didn't fit in my top 5. Okay, so one of them is Arsenal Military Academy. It's about a girl dressing up as a guy and wanting to fight. She dressed up as her brother, and she's the male lead. She's the main lead of the show. Another show is Put Your Head on My Shoulder. It's one of the modern ones. It's about, again, high schoolers growing up and kind of developing their character. And The Brightest Star in the Sky. It's about this guy. I honestly didn't like the guy, main lead, because he's very handsome, but you can't say that his character is not the most childish you've ever seen. His character is so childish, like, I don't even understand. I'm 17, and I don't think I could ever be like that, so, yeah, if you want to laugh at this guy, you should watch it. So yeah, if you liked this video, I'm sorry I kept looking down because I have my notes. I created like this whole entire list of things I wanted to talk about. So if you like this video, please comment down below, subscribe, and I'll be coming out with the new videos as soon as I can. Since I have so much free time, I'm gonna be using it, okay? So please subscribe and comment down below which shows you already watched, which ones you're planning on watching, and if you actually finished my video. So yeah, please